The Finnish Institute of Occupational Health did a meta-analysis of the relationship between working and drinking. And what they found was really interesting. Policy Mike reports on this, quote, researchers pooled data from 61 studies conducted in 14 countries, collectively sourcing the data from the working and drinking behaviors of more than 330,000 people. That's a gigantic study. The data was from cohort studies, which track people over long periods of time. So a massive number of people, and they track them for a long period of time. So what did they find? They say, quote, what they found was a clear-cut connection between long working hours and unhealthy levels of drinking. People working 49 to 54 hours a week were 13% more likely to begin drinking at risky levels, which is considered to be 14 drinks a week for women and 21 for men. Neither the nature of the employee's job nor their sex, age, socioeconomic status, and geographical location mattered. The lead researcher said this, quote, the symptoms they try to alleviate with alcohol may include stress, depression, and sleep disturbances. So interesting findings. And actually, I've experienced this in a way myself. Now, I love what I do. I think that comes across. I think most people who listen to the show know that, but I do work ridiculously long hours. Like, I work from 9 o'clock in the morning to like 12 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's reading until like 2:30 or 3, and then it's structuring the show, getting the clips ready, then it's coming on air doing the show, then it's basically editing fucking forever until I fall asleep while I just finished editing like 2 seconds ago. So I work really long hours for the show, and at the end of the day, to relieve the stress and essentially pay myself something that I feel like I earned, what I was doing for a while is I would just gorge on all types of junk food. And I was a skinny little bitch most of my life, and I started working out in high school and college, and I kind of bulked up. And then I just kind of thought I'd always go back to being a skinny bitch since I didn't have as much time to work out, but it didn't happen. Since I started doing the show, I would just eat and just fucking get fatter and fatter and fatter. If you go back and look at the show, it's from like a year ago, year and a half ago. You see my face is like fucking bloated. It looked weird, but I didn't even notice. It's so strange. It creeped up on me. I didn't even notice. Like, out of the blue one day, I'm in the mirror. I'm like, I'm fucking fat. What happened? That's crazy. So I was able to lose the weight, but I have to, focus on it and be careful about it, because when you work the long hours, at the end of the day, you just find yourself trying to like do all these sensory things to relieve the stress of the day. So whether it's drinking alcohol or doing drugs or eating food or all that stuff is like, okay, I need to get away from the work and my body needs to unwind. So it's your body's finding ways to do that. And another aspect that I think, they didn't mention this in the article, but I think is rather self-apparent, is that this kind of shows that drinking works to de-stress people. Like, there's a reason why people run to that. There's a reason also why people run to comfort food, why people run to drugs when they're overworked and super stressed. Because it fucking works. It works. So what's the solution? The solution is the work hours should be much shorter. I know I'm a hypocrite on this, right? But the work hours should be shorter. And the drinking should be cut back on a little bit, which I think would naturally happen if you cut back on the work hours. And whatever the vices are will be cut back more, because when you're more relaxed, you get more sleep, you feel more refreshed, you feel more fulfilled because you could do a lot more things in other aspects of your life. So there's a whole slew of things connected to this study, and basically the core of it is we should all, especially in America, we should all be working a little bit less and do everything in moderation. All the substances, all the junk food, all that stuff in moderation.